1 minute warning
to the goofball army out there. Hi at the families. Tell them to get to the next room. Tell them to go to your neighbors because we got goofball news to go over, and it might get crazy.
Typically does, guys. If it's your first episode ever, you got like 30 seconds before we start, so not enough time to go to the bathroom, but go get a drink because trust me, you're probably going to need it there. In the meantime, the rest, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. That way you know about future episodes as well, guys. Buckle your seatbelts if you haven't already. Make sure your tray is in the upright position here, guys, because we are just about ready to get going. And like, oof.
Guys, if you want a crazy ride going forward, a bunch of nonsense, but all nothing but the truth about the Giants, listen in, buckle in, tell a friend.
Let's go.
And now, here are your goofball hosts, Drew and Rob.
Welcome, fellow goofballs, to Two Giant Goofballs in your Giants podcast. I am Drew, joined as always by...
me, Rob. Hey, we got a Thursday night show jam-packed full of a whole bunch of information for you guys.
Yes, we got injury reports to go over. We got a little bit of an abbreviated preview of the game here this upcoming weekend because, like we told you guys yesterday, we're not going to do the crazy all-out one because, again...
we just faced them 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. If you don't know who the Eagles are by now, you're never going to know.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know?
The Eagles asked better call somebody. Yeah, no rogue doggy dog. I know that.
Of course, man.
See, I go with the Jeff Jarrett days. I go that.
Oh, just straight up. Well,
that's part of it. Jeff Jarrett was a wrestler who was pretending to be a country musician, and that's how the name Road Dog came out because he was his roadie.
Yes.
And then he had a hit song, a country song, hit song, and then it turned out that Road Dog was actually the guy who sang it, not him.
Interesting.
That was the storyline, obviously. Again, wrestling is not real, people.
Yeah. Interesting.
Anyway,
became part of a DX.
We got a lot of information for us to go over here. We got, of course, our weekly picks here. It's Thursday. We got to figure out who's going to win. Rob and I are actually tied for the season now. It's insanity. So,
nuts.
Who would have thought? So, let's get right into it, guys, with all the Giants news. All right, so let's start her off here with the injury reports. We can get over some of the bad news here. There's definitely some bad news bears to be had here. So here's the list. Again, this is being recorded on Thursday, so things do obviously change over time. So, but as of right now, here's the list of people that did not practice today. You got Paulson Adebo with a knee injury. Brian Burns listed as a hip injury, which is interesting because they said that he was in a boot after the Broncos game, but now it's a hip injury. I don't think I ever had a situation where a foot boot is going to help your hip.
Well, your hip bone's connected to your foot bone. The foot bone's connected to your knee bone.
Oh my.
Something.
Yeah. There's a few bones in between the hip and the foot.
Yeah.
You got Chelsea Golston with a neck injury, Jevón Holland with the knee injury, and DJ Davidson with the ankle injury. So let's get some of the lesser ones here out of it here. So listen, we know DJ Davidson and Chauncey Golston, not as big a deal. DJ Davidson is, I hate to be a jerk about it, replaceable. Chauncey Golston has been out for a while now. It just seems to be his thing this year. So the big three we're interested about is Brian Burns, who has already told people that he will be playing on Sunday. Now, keep in mind, he can say that all he wants. That doesn't mean he's going to be cleared. There is a difference between going to play and him saying he's going to play. But his plan is to play. Then, of course, you got Paulson Adebo, who left at the end of the Broncos game there, and obviously we saw how that ended when he left. So, yeah. I'm not looking forward to that one there. My hope is that if he can't go, Deonte Banks is somehow still on the on the bench, and we get a guy like Art Green in there. I'd take Corey Black even to this point over Deontay Banks. Pretty bad if a 7th-round pick outplays a 1st-round pick.
Yeah, right.
But that's what we're kind of looking at there. Jevón Holland, I don't know what to expect on him yet, guys. Again, it's Thursday. He's not practicing still. That's not a good sign. But we all know that happened. Obviously, Dean Belton came in for him. It didn't do a horrible job. He's big play Dean Belton. Big plays are bad. Big plays that are good. It is what it is. You're not going to change him now, 4th year into the league like that. He is what he is. So the big one, only one I'm really concerned about, though, is Paulson Adebo. He's the biggest of that mix. If he's out, that's not going to be so good for the Giants there.
No.
Limited participants. Daniel Bellinger, neck injury. Linebacker Patrick Swayze Bozeman, ankle injury. Jermaine Illuminor with a knee injury. Demetrius Flanagan Fowles, hamstring, and Darius Slayton with the hamstring as well. The big one is Slayton. The fact that he's at least participating somewhat when he couldn't last week. Hopefully that means he's good to go. Obviously, we are missing a lot of receiver action here with just Nabors alone being out and just having no depth whatsoever. Bozeman and Flanagan Fowles, obviously special teamer kind of guys. We'll see what they can do if they get back on the field. I expect Bellinger out there. That's just what I'm reading and seeing, hearing that Bellinger will be out there. Illuminor, I also expect to be out there as well, so I'm not worried about that. Guys listed as full participants there for the Giants. JMS with his concussion, he's a full participant. He's cleared concussion protocol. He should be good to go for the game. Jaxson Dart with the ankle injury, also 100% clear to go for the game. Surprisingly enough, Graham Gano has now made it through 2 practices without getting injured. So here we go. Kudos. Two practices without getting injured. So that's a big thing there. So we got to expect that he's going to be on to this game here. On the Eagles side, did not practice. AJ Brown's battling a hamstring issue. So we're going to see what happens there. It'd be interesting is if AJ Brown is out along with Paulson Adebo, that kind of cancels those 2 things out to a certain degree there.
But you still got Devontae Adams.
No, but you had him either way is what I'm saying. You have your number 1 quarter out. They have their number 1 receiver out. It kind of, there's a little bit of equality to that. Adoree Jackson, concussion. So I don't expect to see him in this game. I know Giants fans will be upset because we like throwing it his way. Can Jurgens, the center, has a knee injury. They're already kind of planning for him not to be there. So that's one I don't think we're really thinking is going to be going on there. And then Azeez Ojulari, shockingly enough, guys, is injured. I know all Giants fans are absolutely shocked that he's injured. But Azeez Ojulari hamstring issue is unfortunately for his sake not practicing currently. And again, you got to think this late the game. If you're not practicing on Thursday, you're probably not playing on Sunday. Limited in practice, Grant Calcaterra, their backup tight end. Oblique Landon Dickerson with an ankle/back injury. He is said to be 100% good to go. They're even talking about that Jurgens can't go, that they move Dickerson into center potentially. So we'll see. They don't really have a guy that as a set backup center. They have to kind of figure stuff around there. Moro Ojomo, the defensive tackle, shoulder injury, also limited. And Jeremiah Trotter Jr., ankle injury, also limited. Full participant, Jacorian Bennett, who's going to be coming back off the IR, is fully good to go. You got to expect that he'll be back this week and probably taking one of the starting corner spots. They were even saying that he would probably take a Adoree Jackson spot, who's been getting a lot more time than people expected based on the injuries there. Dallas Goedert with a calf injury. Brandon Graham on the practice report. For those who haven't heard, he did come out of retirement officially this week. Now, he gets a 2-week roster exemption for him to practice with the team to kind of get up to speed, which is kind of interesting. I didn't know they had that. We haven't had a Giant come out of retirement ever. So, but 2 weeks he has at this point to get in shape and everything. The Eagles have their bye week next week, so I have to imagine he's probably not going to play, and he'll probably come after the bye week for the Eagles, which means you won't see Brandon Graham all year long. It will probably be a swan song, considering the last song was supposed to be a swan song. No, he might be in great shape, and they go, you know what? Azeez Ojulari is out. We need Brandon Graham. He's in good shape. Let's bring him in. It's not he doesn't know the playbook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wide receiver Darius Cooper, shoulder injury, also coming off the IR, designated to return as of this week. So again, you got to expect him to be there as well. So, definitely injuries on both sides, guys. But you got to think at this point, though, the big difference is Jalen Carter was injured 2 weeks ago. He's not now. That's definitely the big difference. So
big time difference.
So, I mean, overall thoughts on the game here, guys. Like I said, we'll do kind of a bridge version. So we just talked about this team 2 weeks ago. I mean, let's be honest. The Giants need to repeat what they did last week. 2 weeks ago, I should say, against the Eagles. That's the big thing. And it's easier said than done. Don't get me wrong, but you got to contain Barkley. They want to throw the ball, but they want to run the ball even more. So,
Barkley he's been dealing with a hamstring issue for the past few weeks. And he's not been playing the same way he has been playing last year. So we just need to keep the pressure on him to flip that. And as Giants fans, we all know how Barkley goes. Sometimes he has a hot season, which is typically followed by a hangover.
Yes.
Which is still good. He's still top 10 running back. Yeah. But there's a difference to like when he's top, at the 9th position when he's at the first position.
And he's also listed as injured by being butthurt but he's been had this injury now for the last year and about 7-8 weeks now. So
just about that.
Yeah. So, but I mean, again, he's not been the same Barkley. I don't want to totally disrespect the guy. Like he's a really good player when he's on, but when he's off, he's at above average, but he's not amazing. I mean, if we're going to be honest, Cam Scadaboo is having a better season than Barkley. It's not me trying to be disrespectful to Barkley.
No, it is. Look, listen,
that's what's going on.
Straight up, like touchdowns and yards. Scadaboo's having a better year once Scadaboo kind of entered in that position. I don't know, Drew, you don't like talking about it, but when you look at stats in fantasy, because that's how you get your points. I have both those players. In the past 2 weeks, one person got me
for Giants running backs.
One person got me. Well, I also have CMC in that league, which is pretty impressive. They got CMC and Barkley.
Every time I hear CMC's name, I think of AC/DC. It goes like TNT in my head.
It's dynamite. But I'm just saying, like, you got a player that puts you up single-digit points to players consistently for the past 3 weeks, puts you up like double digits, like closer to 30 points. Like Scadaboo's had great games the past 3 weeks, and he's going to be a key part of this win. Yeah.
And I think I got to be clear. I'm not saying that Scadaboo is a better player than Barkley. Let me be very clear on that. He's having a better year than Barkley, is what I'm saying.
Thus far.
I just want to be clear. I don't get butthurt Eagles fans because that happens every time we play the Eagles. It's like, oh, he said that. That's ridiculous. I didn't say he's better, but I am saying, and it's a legitimate statement, he's having a better season right now than Barkley is. And that's the key of the matter there. And I think he's going to have big game here. And I think that's the big thing with we did in this game was it was kind of the coming out party for Scadaboo and also for for Dart there. But Scadaboo, I felt like was really the star of that game.
100%.
And Jalen Carter being in, I think, is going to be the big difference here right now. Like that's a big difference between what we faced last week because he's a really good player. Like it or not, I know he's an Eagle. We don't want to give him his props, but he's a really good player. Last meeting, Scadaboo, 19 carries, 98 yards, 3 touchdowns. Not a bad day there. Not a bad day at all. And a couple catches there for a dozen yards too as well on top of that. So, anytime you can get 110 yards and 3 touchdowns on the day, you're doing pretty damn good. Doing pretty damn good. So, the defense, I think, is the thing that really worries me more than anything else right now. And maybe I'm crazy, but I still don't believe that the Giants defense is just over what happened last week. And hopefully one of the leaders of the defense can kind of get people's heads screwed on right and go, hey, last week was last week. We got to start fresh and new here. Because the Eagles, we talk about how the Eagles have been bad on offense for much of this year. And again, they haven't been great. We're being honest. We're not even trying to be jerks about it. Like in this case here, we'll wait till hopefully we win and then we'll be jerks after the game. But they haven't been themselves. But you look at what they did the Vikings last week. The Vikings have a really good defense, guys. Let's be very frank. Very good defense, the Vikings. Jalen Hurts had 326 yards and 3 touchdowns. Devonta Smith had 183 yards and a touchdown. A.J. Brown, 121 yards and 2 touchdowns. That trio was finally going and rolling, but against a very, very good defense. So hopefully that's just a one-off, and it's not them trying to figure things out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. The thing is, too, there's, like I said when we played them 2 weeks ago, there was a lot of key injuries in that front line for the Eagles. And there's still some injuries, but you got some guys that are limited coming back. But they decided to let Hurts throw the ball finally. And it just so happened to be a good week. You look at it, and I don't know if it's the Eagles looking good or the Vikings defense slowing down because they have Carson Wentz in there playing bad football.
Yeah, it's definitely part of it. And Carson Wentz threw 2 interceptions. One of them got returned with a pick 6, and they won by 6 games. So if you want to be honest, the defense won the game, not the offense, even though they had a good offense. But
good show. And listen, I had Devonta Smith on Fantasy Another League, who had some points that game.
He had a lot of points in that game. So, like I said, we know we're getting out of this Eagle team. Let's be honest. We don't like to admit it, but we're going to be honest on here and say the Eagles do have a more talented team. The Eagles are a better coach team. Like that's obvious. Let's be honest. There's freaking Pop Warner teams better coached than our team right now. But any given Sunday, same as a couple weeks ago, any given Thursday, and I would freaking love to sweep the Eagles for once. Absolutely love to sweep the Eagles. Like that'd be like something that I would, this year was crap, but at least we got to sweep the Eagles. Like something to hang our hat on,
Listen, if we could turn around and win 4 games in our division, and that's the rest of the year.
Be 4-2 in the division, that'd be different. Be all our 4 wins, basically, but 5 wins, I guess, have to beat the Chargers.
Hopefully, pretty goddamn happy.
Yeah, and I saw an interesting stat today on X, courtesy of Bobby Skinner, friend of the show there, who said the Giants last time they won in Philadelphia was 2013.
Yep.
The last time they swept the Eagles was 2007. We keep on
11 years
about the Giants making a change on this team. This is where these changes kind of happen here. Because the Eagles and Cowboys, as much as we hate both franchises. Let's be very frank. There's no love lost here. Those 2 teams have basically been whooping on our butt for the last 15 years. Let's be honest about what's going on. So we get a chance here to do something that we haven't done in almost 20 years. As scary as that sounds. And I'd love to see it happen. I would absolutely love to see it happen. Mostly because, as Anthony said, he says, if we win this game, Drew, I'm going to be the Go Birds version of a Giants fan. Just obnoxious all the time. Damn straight. We've been dealing with that obnoxiousness for how long? It's about time. Though I will always go back to anybody who says Go Birds at 4 beats too. It's the truth. It's the truth. But like I said, it'd be nice to beat them for once, to sweep them. And it also kind of, let's be honest, we beat them and go sweep them at that point. Then all of a sudden, it gives you a reason to hope as a Giants fan, which we had after that Thursday night win, but we lost it on Sunday because of how we lost. We can gain some of that back. And if we do that, we're 3-5, which, let's be honest, we're almost to the wins we've had the last couple of years. That's how bad it's been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we combine our wins from last year and the year before, that'd be amazing. It's probably not going to happen. But
it's doable.
It is doable.
It is doable. So, we'll see what happens there. Like I said, but the Giants they just got to repeat what they did last time. And it's like I said, easier said than done, but that's what they got to do. And hopefully we can get that done because, like I said, I'm tired of losing, really tired of losing. So yeah, time for another win. Let's get the brooms out, guys. Let's get the brooms out.
Sweeping.
All righty, let's pay the bills real quick. We'll be back with our Week 8 picks here.
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2 Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
All righty, guys, let's go over our Week 8 picks here. So, real quick to do the recap of last week there. I literally had my best week. In fact, I'm pretty sure I had the best week we had all year so far. It's still 7 weeks in pick-wise, so we'll see. It's a lot of season to go there. But I was down by 7. I won by 7, so Rob and I are officially tied up at 188 points on the season here.
Deja vu.
It's getting there. And really the funny thing is it's still for you. The difference is I am better on the spread picks so far this year. You're better on the over-unders. Like we're almost exact on the trifectas and on the wins overall. That's the spots that we're at there. So but let's break right into it here with today's game. And again, as always, we're not going to go crazy into what's going on right now because most people that aren't watching this live will not be watching, to care too much on that part there. It'll be over. But we got the Chargers hosting the Vikings on Thursday Night Football. Chargers are 3.5-point favorites. 44.5 is the over-under. And Chargers under.
Yeah, Drew, we start off this week pretty much going for the trifecta each because watching this game, you had Nick Alt come back in. Like I was watching through the week. I wasn't sure where it's going to go. You knew you had Carson Wentz coming into this game. So, J.J. McCarthy's obviously out. Some silly stats, though, is Carson Wentz is 7-0 going into Thursday Night Football. And you also have Hardball, since he went to the Chargers, also like 4-0 in the prime time. So what do you hedge your bet? I go with the better coach.
I'm just going with the better team, to be very frank.
Better coach, because listen, if you had J.J. McCarthy, like that defense on Minnesota's been pretty good. You got a little banged up.
For all we know, Carson Wentz is better than J.J. McCarthy. If we're being honest here, we haven't seen enough of J.J.
We don't know. But also that Chargers team that we face is a different team that's playing tonight. They got some key players back. Joe is in here and obviously making the difference in this game. So I took the same thing. Chargers in the under because, slow, methodic football. For the
all right, let's get to Sunday's game here.
Sunday, you got
Sunday.
Fantastic game to start off. You got the Dolphins going into Atlanta with a 4-hour drive. I guess 6, right? From there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The Falcons are favored by 7.5 points in this game, with the over-under at 44.5 points. This was a pretty easy one for me to pick because you have the Falcons are pretty much fighting for that division with the Bucs. And we'll see how it ends out, depending on what's going on with Mike Evans. That's another part of it. But
Mike Evans is gone for the year. That's already done. He's got a broken collar.
Yeah. Anyway, we have the Dolphins, who are power ranked at 31st in the league, which is a locker room that's fallen apart. Tua is calling people out. It's taking it back. Tyreek Hill's out for the year. You have a defense that can't stop anyone. Give me the Falcons in this game to really step up after that loss on Monday night. And I'm just going to take the Falcons to smash them. Not even like give me 10 points in this game. I'd still take the Falcons. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the under this game because I don't think the Dolphins are going to be able to do much in this game. And who knows? Tua got benched last week. And there's a strong possibility like he doesn't play the whole game or he doesn't play the game at all.
Yeah, I mean, anything is possible, but all I know is I got a shit team and I got another team that's inconsistent, but they're a whole lot better than the Dolphins. So simple one to me, Falcons, and I'm going to say the Falcons still with the spread, and I'm going to go the over on the points because I think the Falcons are going to put a little bit of a whooping on them. But I do think that on top of that, the Dolphins will actually score some points. This is not exactly the defense that was a couple of years ago with the Falcons there. They've given up some points in some games. So I'm going to still say Falcons with you, but I'm going to say over on the points. Next up, we got the Bears at the Ravens. And let's be honest, in the real world, a bear would destroy a raven.
100%. It's an appetizer.
Yes, it would be like, is that a salmon? Nope, it's got feathers. Oh, well.
Yeah.
But listen, guys, the Ravens, they're just not right now. Like, it's just, there's something just wrong with these Ravens. And I don't mean the offense. We know Lamar Jackson's out. We know the issues going on there, but this defense is just bad. This is what they've been known for forever. And I got to be honest with you guys. As a Giants fan, I want this to continue because I am so hoping that Harbaugh becomes available. Mara gets sick with Daboll, and we get Harbaugh here with the Giants. Sign me up for Harbaugh. I don't care which Harbaugh.
I like where you're going.
I want a Harbaugh. So,
and we're goofballs, not a hardball.
And then, Bears have won 3 in a row on top of that. They've been looking a little better, and the big thing with them has been turnovers. It's a turnover machine on that defensive side. But I'm going to go with the Bears to win this. I think it's going to be kept somewhat close. Maybe that's just me giving too much respect to what the Ravens have been for the last 10 years. But I'm going to say it's going to be somewhat close because the 6.5-point spread, the Bears are giving up almost a touchdown in this. That's way too much for my blood. I'm going to say the Ravens cover the spread, and it's the Bears win by like a field goal. So I'm going to go Bears, Ravens, and then, of course, the over because this Ravens defense hasn't been able to stop anybody yet whatsoever. It's insanity. So, yeah, Bears, Ravens over.
Yeah. Listen, the Ravens defense has been beat up consistently and let up way more points. They were supposed to be one of the best defenses coming into this league, and they're the bottom tier defense in this league right now, for letting up points. You got the Bears the Bears have turned around. They suck more than the vacuums that I sell. My God, that season is over. You got Lamar. Lamar obviously wants the ball. He came out yesterday. He came out today, limited with running. So it's something they're babying that hamstring because there's probably still a problem with the hamstring. And the reason they're trying to push him out and trying him out is, yes, the Steelers are still in first place, but the Ravens are now in third place because the Bengals took that spot from them. Actually, I think the Ravens are in last place. If you do the math right after last week. So they want to try to save this season. It's not going to happen if you're going to push your quarterback out there and wheelbarrow. And I'm not even 100% confident if he's even going to play. So I'm going to take the Bears in this. I'm going to take the Bears to cover this. And I'm going to take this in the under because that defense is just so banged up. And if Lamar's not there, which is where I'm hedging my bet, It's just going to be the Bears running the ball on Baltimore to pick up the win with a slow pickup for the win. Nice and easy. But you want to talk about a game that might get a little loose, might get a little crazy? Is you got the Jets going into Cincinnati playing the Bengals. Who's going to start? Is it Fields? Is it Tyrod Taylor? I'm pretty sure it's going to be Tyrod Taylor who's going to play against Joe Flacco. That's something. That's something you would have said 5 years ago. Watch the Jets and Cincy play. And who's your quarterbacks? Tyrod Taylor and Joe Flacco. I would be like, you nuts. Well, listen, the Jets have now had a win. That defensive mind head coach has not put a defense that could get a tackle on the field in 7 weeks of football. And Joe Flacco looked very comfortable last week, beating up on the Steelers, played street football. So give me the Bengals to win this game. Give me the Bengals to cover this game. And I think it's going to get a little saucy out there because the Jets defense doesn't know how to tackle anyone. And I think Joe Flacco is going to have fun throwing to Jamar Chase again. See if he can give it another Bengals history of maybe he can get Jamar Chase the ball 20 times.
Yeah, listen, honestly, this is much like we talked about earlier with the Dolphins. The Jets suck, guys. Like, I'm not even gonna, go into it with any kind of promise of the Jets doing anything good. We don't even know who's going to start a quarterback. Tyrod Taylor is a little banged up. Justin Fields, literally the owner was talking trash about his own starting quarterback. Woody Johnson literally blamed to the quarterback and said, well, what the heck coach can do with the quarterback play he's getting? Like, I don't know. He could coach them. Like, call me crazy.
You lost the locker room as soon as you did that. So,
this is the stuff Woody Johnson does. This is why the Jets. Like, listen, whenever you get upset about John Mara, I want you to just Google things that Woody Johnson has said. You'll love John Mara all of a sudden. Like, that's the truth of the matter. Like, and John, like we said before, John Mara is actually not even a bad guy. It's just he just is too loyal to people. That's his biggest problem. But listen, Bengals, they just had a nice win against the Steelers. I still can't believe the Browns were dumb enough to give them a quarterback. But Bengals should easily win this game. Bengals to win, Bengals to cover. And I'm going to say the under on the points only because I don't count on the Jets to be getting in double-digit points even necessarily. That's how bad it is there in New York right now.
They're terrible. But, yeah, you got Joe over there. That burrow of Flacco that's going to put up most of those points.
Flacco. All right.
Flacco from Flacco.
Next up, we got the Bills at the Panthers there, which just it seems like such an uneven matchup on paper here. But if you look at it, the Panthers are playing a little better this year. They're not a great team, but they're playing a little better here. The Bills sometimes do go ahead and play down to their opponents as well. So you do got to watch out for that. But if I got to bet on it, which is what we're doing here for all intents and purposes, not that we're Chauncey Billups or anything here, but we're going to give what we think is going to happen. And what I think is that the Bills will win. The Bills will go ahead and cover the 7.5 point spread, which is a decent spread. And I do have the under on the points here. 46 is the over under there. I will say this though, I would not bet in this game because every so often the Panthers do something you don't expect. And every so often the Bills play down to the level of the opponent they're playing. So I don't trust this game as a game I'd be confident in betting on. But that's where I'm going to go for you guys there. Bills, and under.
Yeah, Bills are 100% the better team. They've been playing down to their talent this year. Granted, they're coming off the bye this week. And they've been just kind of like sauce off the bye. I'm going to take the Bills to win this game, but the Panthers have proven themselves this past year. They've like sat there and played close to a lot of teams. So I'm going to take the Panthers to actually cover this game. This is the first time that I put the Panthers on this tablet. They didn't even know how to spell it. Like, wasn't even automatic. A drop down.
Well,
once I put PAN, it should have just been Panthers. But no, it didn't know how to put it. This is the first time I put it on this Excel sheet to show you how much I go with the Panthers. Panthers in the spread.
Excel sheet. You think we could afford a Microsoft Excel?
Yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and agree with you on the under because as much as I think Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the league right now when playing proper football, even he's playing hero ball against some games they should definitely lose against and wins games. Like Josh Allen's probably the best quarterback, but I do think the Panthers defense plays better defense than they're going to respect for, and they're going to start rushing the ball a lot, and it's going to be one of those games in the under, just because it's going to be a lot of clocking off the whole game just by rushing. But up next, a little more exciting game, if you will, maybe, possibly, probably not. You got the Niners going into Texas, playing Houston. That's right. The Niners are favoring this game by 1.5. So there's a little respect to the home team there. And over-under is at 41.5 points. What can I say about this game? Coaching. A little revenge game? I don't think so, but you're going to have to go with Shanahan, who has proven himself that CMC is an absolute beast no matter where they go or what they do. And he's making Mac Jones look pretty damn good right now. A very serviceable quarterback.
And remember, I'm a pretty big fan of Mac Jones. I still think the Patriots did him dirty. I still think they did.
They did. They definitely did. But Mac Jones is a system quarterback, which is exactly what Shanahan wants.
A system quarterback that can play above average system.
And last year, I talked about how there was 8 points against San Francisco's defense if Nick Bosa was in or out. And that hasn't seemed to be a problem right now. They figured out the coaching to stop the ball. And
Robert Saleh's back. That's why.
100%. And they're looking good on defense with just, if you want to see, average players. So
one guy, I'm telling you, Robert Saleh, when you look at guys to get a second spot to be a head coach, Robert Saleh deserves the shot with anybody but the Jets.
Yes. 100%, because he's definitely making this team look really good. And I'm going to go ahead and take this game in the under. I do like the Texans. I do like their defense. They do show up. Their offense has been playing like trash because they don't have an offensive line.
Yes.
And CJ Stroud is a good quarterback. He's an above average quarterback who's running for his life. And Nico Collins can only save him so many times. So give me the Niners to win, give me the Niners to cover, and go ahead and take this in the under. This is a pretty safe bet for me.
Yeah, and I gotta wonder if I'm CJ Stroud and I'm his agent or his people, like would I be like, dude, we gotta get you out of Houston.
Trade me.
Like seriously, like you get rid of your left tackle, who's like one of the best in the entire business. You build no offensive line around this kid whatsoever. Your big thing is to get him an aging receiver last year and an aging running back this year. Like you can't do that. You know? I don't. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that whatsoever. But yeah, 49ers easily, I think, will win this game. It's not even be a close game, I think in my eyes. So 1.5 points and then be getting it even. That's craziness. And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go the over on the points, though. I really think this is gonna be more points than people think at that point there. I'm not saying it's gonna be a blowout, but I can see it's like a 24-21 kind of game at that point there. Just enough to kind of get over that kind of hump there. Real quick, too, as well, because Deb's saying, she said, would you want Saleh here to replace Daboll? I think New York is poison for him.
Yeah, I think he's done with that.
Yeah, plus I actually agree with Anthony. I don't think Daboll's going anywhere. I think he should.
Probably not.
He is. See, but you know who is going somewhere? Rob. Rob is going somewhere, as usual. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't think he can go to either team in New York at this point, Saleh. So like I said, hopefully he's in the shot, though. He deserves it. Let's get on to the next game here. We got the Browns at the Patriots there. And like I said, another just bad game there. a lot of bad games this week, guys. In general, I'll be honest with you. Browns at the Patriots, and you got Patriots are favored by a touchdown. Over under is 40.5. And quite frankly, that's because they don't expect the Browns to score any points. So I don't know how the spread is only 7, the way the Patriots are playing and how bad the Browns have looked from the whole year, basically, minus that Packers game. So I'm going to give the Patriots an easy win here. Say Patriots win, they cover the spread. I'm going to go the over on the points at 40.5, though, just because I think the Patriots will put up enough points to almost themselves to make it happen. I think it's going to be a blowout game. I really do. Now, Rob has the same picks, except for he has the under on the over-under. So he has been better than me at the over-under this year. So, but we'll see. We'll see if he's right on that one there. Then we get to our game. Eagles, Giants going into Philly this time here. And Eagles are favored by 7.5 points. The over-under on it is 43.5. And, just based on what I'm seeing here is I'm going to go with the Eagles to win this one. I don't think we're going to sweep. I'd love to sweep. I just don't see it happening. But I do think the Giants will beat the spread. I do have the over on the points as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping for a repeat, guys. I just don't see it happening. It's just been so long since we've swept the Eagles. I feel like we just every so often luck out into a win. Basically, is more the scenario. Now Rob has the same picks pretty much here, except he has the Eagles beating the spread there. So that's the only difference. He and I is the spread pick there. I got the Giants. He's got the Eagles. Going to 4:00 games. You got the Buccaneers, so whatever the hell is left of that team, going into New Orleans to play the Saints. As we said earlier, Mike Evans is officially out for the year. He broke his collarbone, which is, really sad thing to see. He's not going to be able to get the 1,000 yards and extend that consecutive streak of his. And obviously anytime you're breaking a record that Jerry Rice set, that's kind of like that's hallowed ground in the NFL, But I think the Bucs will still get this done because the Saints are that bad. So not worried about them not winning this here. It's a 4.5 point spread. So the Saints are getting opposite the points there. I'm not worried about that either. Now, Rob apparently is thinking the Saints can go ahead and play it close. Obviously, divisional rival there. But yeah, I'm not doing it. Now on the over/under at 46.5 points, I'm going to go the over. Rob is going to go the under. And, I'll let him say a little on his picks here as he has officially popped back in here. I just read there what you got for the Saints and the Bucs, if you want to give thoughts on it.
Yeah, you get the Bucs going on a 2-game road expedition, if you will.
Expedition.
A little bit of an expedition there. They're also playing a tough yes. They're playing a rival in their division who has played not great football, but tough football. So I do think the Bucs can win this game, but I was looking at it like the spread on this game before the 100% official with Mike Evans getting hurt was at 6.5 for the Saints, and I was looking at actually I think anyway. I was looking at it as like, yeah, the Saints have been playing close football for the most part against the Seahawks, but they're not a team to look over, especially in the division where in the South down there, they play each other tough. So I'm going to take the Saints in that spread, and I'm taking it in the under because I think it's one of those field goal games. And yeah, as much as I want to say Baker's playing his mind out as one of the best teams, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, I just think the Saints is just going to bring it to this team after a long time on the road.
I don't know. I mean,
listen, NFL history when you come to betting, typically it comes when like if a team came off the road, it's sus if they're going to cover at home. If it's 2 games, they typically don't cover.
I mean, but the Bucs are 5-1 against the Saints in the last 3 years here. This is, like I said, I don't think this is going to be close at all. I just don't. I don't know. We'll see. I think this is going to be the blowout. But we do have real quick, actually. You mentioned the expedition that the Bucks are about to go on to. I do have live action of a picture of Baker Mayfield on his expedition here. There he is. All right, let's get to the next game. You're up.
All right, up next. Talk about a spanking, guys out there. You got the Texans going into Indianapolis. Playing the Colts.
What?
You have the Titans. The things have to say the Texans. All right, so you have the Titans going and playing the Colts. Colts are favored in this game by 14 points with the over-under at 47 points. This was a no-brainer. You have the highest scoring team in the NFL right now, the number one seed in the AFC, playing a division rival, which I just said before, you typically play each other tough. But you have the second to worst team with points against. And the Titans. I want to take the Colts to win this game. And I want to talk about possibly DJ getting the MVP nomination, JT getting a nomination for MVP, running back this early in the career season. Let's talk about that offensive line that's proven both those guys to just be fruitful this whole year and have time in that pocket and develop and make great runs and great throws. And that defense that's really stepped up. The Titans that have a lot of issues on both sides of the ball.
No.
I just think this is going to be the biggest blowout of the season. This is probably going to be the biggest spread win of the year with 14 points. Give me the Colts to beat the spread at 14. And I'm going ahead and I'm going to say, give me the over. Not because I have faith in the Titans to put up that many points. They're going to put up points, but not that many. It's just the fact that Minneapolis doesn't let up after they start winning. They're just going to go ahead and put up 40 points themselves.
See, I agree with you on everything you're saying, except that, yes, they'll put up 40 points by themselves, but they only give up 3. So I got the under. And I think that's probably what we're looking at. This is the only hope that the Titans have is that making a change in the coaching staff there halfway through the year somehow makes some kind of difference. And we'll find out.
Not this game.
This is it's a tough game. I would have waited one more week to fire him just to kind of, go ahead and get the new guy a chance to not have to start against what is
an ass whooping.
A really, really tough opponent. But yeah, I got Colts, and I got the under on the points there. Now, real quick, so I put up the comment here. I put up the picture of Baker Mayfield on his expedition, as you put it there. And where did it go here? Jay says, kind of looks like Rob.
Why? Because his beard?
I fixed it for you, Jay. There you go. Now this Rob at an expedition.
Give me my pot roast burrito.
Burritos for all. Oh my gosh. All right, let's get to the next one here. So we got the Cowboys at the Broncos. And
this was a tough one.
You know what? I really did stop on this one. I like to go kind of quick. I think most people overthink on their picks. You know what I mean? Like, you overanalyze too much sometimes. Sometimes just go with your gut. If it's like when you try to, on a test at that point, you overthink and you get the wrong answer.
Yeah.
My gut is honestly telling me it's the Cowboys. And here's the problem I have with it is, as much as we hate the Cowboys have a really decent offense. Just because Dak Prescott
More than decent.
Balling. And I told you guys, I think this Broncos defense last week I said was overrated. Well, we put 32 points on them, so I think it's safe to say that I was at least somewhat correct. So, if the Giants can put up 32 points against the Broncos, what's to stop the Cowboys from at least doing the same? I mean, let's be honest. We like where Jaxson Dart's going, but whose offense do you really trust right now more? So I'm going to say that the Cowboys win this, actually, because I don't think the Broncos can score like that on a regular basis. Like, the Cowboys won't go into prevent defense. You know, that's not going to happen. It's the regular season. Dak Prescott's not going to throw an interception. You know, they're not going to take all their pass rushers out when the game's on the line. You know, they're not going to not take timeouts when they should. Like, they're not going to have these mistakes. So I'm going to actually say the Cowboys win this game. And it'll be close, don't get me wrong. It'll probably be a touchdown difference at that point. It's not going to be a blowout. But I got the Cowboys to win. Listen, the Cowboys are getting points, so that makes it easy on who I pick for the cover there. And then on the over-under 50.5, which is literally the biggest over-under for this Broncos defense that people said was amazing. So, yeah, I'm still going over.
I agree with a lot what you're saying there. And when it comes to talking about us playing the Broncos, let's be real. How much film does the NFL have on Jaxson Dart and on Cam Scannaboo?
I'm going to give you a little bit of a heads up here because I've heard that before.
Go ahead, give me a heads up.
Really, if you really want to go ahead and scout the Giants right now, pull up 2022 Giants. Think about it. No receivers, Kafka calling the plays, mobile quarterback, really good running back. That's what we've been doing again.
But once again, all right, so that's literally like it's been 4 weeks now since start. It's not enough footage because you can't compare how Dart's running the ball compared to GG's running the ball.
No, they're different.
I understand what you're saying, but there's not enough footage on these guys. And Barkley's a different character than Scadaboo. You underestimate Scadaboo and how he's going to run the ball compared to Barkley. So you know Barkley's the number one guy that you're going to go after because that's the playmaker. So now you go after Dart because he's the quarterback. Scadaboo looks out and he looks pretty good. You have to respect the rush of Scadaboo, and now Dart starts running the ball and throwing the ball. Like, there's not enough film of these guys, and that's what happened to that defense.
Like I said, I think there's enough on the offense, maybe not on the quarterback.
Right. I agree. I think the Cowboys are going to cover this game. I think it's the over, but I think the Broncos are just going to do enough just to kind of win there because that's what they do, especially in the Mile High. They want to put out ridiculous stats.
Oh yes,
let's go some ridiculous stats because it hasn't been since 1980 since Cowboys won against the Broncos. Pull that stat up.
Wait, hold on. What was the stat? All I heard is there hasn't been since 1980 yet. It hasn't been what since 1980?
Since the Cowboys beat the Broncos.
Okay, 1980 is the last time the Cowboys beat the Broncos in Mile High.
It doesn't matter. And it's a useless stat. I heard somewhere. I'm going with it.
They've been losing for 42 years. Or 45 years. But yeah, no, like I said, I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah. All I'm saying it's going to be a close game. And I don't want to judge this game because you're looking at probably the best offense right now because you have to look at Dak. As much as I don't want to say it, you said serviceable. He's probably leading the league for MVP right now because
the MVP of right now.
Right now, like if you had to choose who's the MVP of the league, it's Dak Prescott. He went out. CeeDee Lamb, his number one receiver, went out fairly in the career in the season, and you have Pickens over there who's making great plays. They're blowing out teams they shouldn't blow out. Their defense can't stop nothing. I can literally cross the street with a stop sign, and that's probably a better defense than what the Cowboys have put out on the NFL fields.
Yeah, and CeeDee Lamb is out, by the way, guys, too, as well.
He's not anymore.
His last week he was in.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, trying to say how well Dak is playing.
I'm not saying you weren't aware. I'm saying for the people that might not be aware. So you got Pickens still playing, obviously, but now you added CeeDee Lamb back in the mix. I mean, and Jake Ferguson.
I'm just saying he's put up. I'm just trying to say, like, you want to talk about like how well Dak's played. He played half those games without CeeDee Lamb. Actually, played like 4 games without CeeDee Lamb. So,
but at the end of the day, he got him back.
He got him back. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Broncos to win this game. It's just not enough. I think there's going to be a little trickiness, especially since they're in a mile high. It's the Broncos at home. I'm going to give them respect at home.
I got Run DMC in my head now, thanks to you.
You're welcome. Well, let's talk about Sunday night football, guys. Because
Sunday night.
We even tried to put this out because
let's talk about having to sleep on the couch this weekend.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Oh, way to really throw a wrench in what I had to say, jerk. Yeah, so you have the Packers going into Steel City playing Pittsburgh. A little bit of a revenge game because Aaron lost last week, and he's also pretty pissed because he was cut by Green Bay. And he might make some history here because he might be one of the first quarterbacks. I think there's a couple, but he's going to be one of the only few quarterbacks in NFL history that has the opportunity to defeat all 32 teams. And he was supposed to play Green Bay as a Jet and tore his Achilles heel. But as much as you want me to be a homer, I'm gonna have to take Aaron in the revenge game because more than I like what Green Bay is doing this year, and they are actually sitting number 1 in an NFC seed right now. I'm gonna have to take Aaron to get revenge in this game because that's what he likes more than anything else. I'm going to take the Steelers to win this game. I'm also going to take it in the cover. And I'm going to take it in over because I just think it's going to go back and forth a little bit. I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Craziness.
I know. Sorry. I just have to say, like, the Steelers, they're coming off a tough loss. Aaron Rodgers has been particularly amazing after a tough loss. He also is particularly pretty amazing against a revenge game status. And he's got both those right now. He's going to come out slinging. And, I mean, let's say Watson's not healthy. You got Dobbs, was your number 1 last week, but I just think it's going to be a tough game, but the Steelers win. I'll go to the couch now.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying you're not picking within your best interest. But yeah.
That's you being a friend. That's what that is.
The Steelers, listen, they've been playing pretty damn good lately. The Packers, they've been wacky. Like, they go ahead and play the Cardinals last week.
3-1.
Barely beat them. And then, they go ahead and play the Browns a couple weeks ago, and they lose to them. Like, I don't even know what to think on this team here. But yeah, it's a little craziness here. So, yeah, Oh, what's this?
Hello?
Hello, you're live on the Two Giant Goofball Show.
Oh, hey.
I'm calling in to talk to Roberto to let him know the pack is going to win, and I can't believe you went against the pack.
Oh, well.
Couch all weekend.
I don't blame you because, like, that Swiss cheese on your head, there's a lot of holes going through there.
Listen, I know what it's like to be on the winning team, and I root for your Giants every week. Couch
well, technically, you're not on a winning team.
We'll see on Sunday.
Technically, you're on a 500 team.
Oh, damn, he's digging himself more of a grave here.
Is he trying to, like, sleep on the couch every night? I don't know.
Is that a big couch?
I hope it's comfy.
It's pretty comfy.
All right, get back to your show. Try to make better choices, Roberto.
Next week, baby. Love you.
Good night.
I abuse myself sometimes. Whole time we're talking, I'm like messaging her on Facebook. I'm like, you want to go on the show real quick?
Sure.
Anyway, and I'm doing that while I'm agreeing with you.
I know.
Except I do have the under. That's the one thing you and I are different on. I got the under. I don't think it's gonna be a high scoring matchup. But yeah, that's what I got there. And then of course we ended off Monday Night Football, Commanders at the Chiefs. So listen, the Chiefs have been playing amazing lately. The Commanders, not so much. And I think Jane Daniels obviously still not 100%. And it's just, this is that hot streak the Chiefs go on every year. It seems like it just got a little delayed. It got a little delayed, but it's there now. So I got the Chiefs to win. It's a 12.5-point spread, guys. And anytime there's a spread that big, they're desperate for you to take the Commanders. Don't do it. Don't fall for it. Not good. Not kosher. I got the Chiefs going. And 47 points, yeah, over all day long. So Chiefs over.
Yeah, Drew. I have a lot to say about the game, but first I have to say, thanks, Deb. Have a nice night. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Drew, we don't disagree on this game whatsoever. The Chiefs have really come into the offense they were known for 3 years ago, where this is the first time in back-to-back games where they put up 30 points. And the past 2 years, it's been a defensive Chiefs game. And I do think Spags comes in here and still plays a good defensive game, which is why I'm going to take the Chiefs in this spread, especially because Daniels, like, everything I've read leading up to today, he is out. And they have some suspect players right now on defense and some injuries. So the Commanders right now have some figuring out to do. Like,
oh, you know what? He is rolled out. He's 100% rolled out.
Oh, yep.
I hadn't seen that. I missed that. So yeah, good catch.
Yep. So
I'm very happy with my pick now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you noticed. Once I was filling out the notes, there's a couple teams where I wait later in the day. And this is
I always notice you leave blanks always in general, but I do try to not look try not to look at your picks.
Yeah, I mean, it does matter. I'm going to pick my own picks.
Yeah. Well, usually mine all filled out anyway before you're even starting. So
what's that? That's not always true.
I said usually. I didn't say always. I said usually.
But listen, Patrick Mahomes has found a rhythm. He's got he's got Rice and he's got Worthy all out there. Pacheco now has finally got like a little bit of rhythm going on in the backfield because Patrick Mahomes is once again throwing the ball and running the ball, and now they can also like run the ball with their actual running back. So that offense has been the best offense it's been in almost 4 years. So, which is nice. And it's still a Spags defense. So, yeah, 100% all day long. This is going to be a whooping. Some people thought it was crazy that the Chiefs were going to win by 11.5 last week. I think it's going to be crazy this week when it's 12.5. And it's probably going to, once again, be another game. They're probably going to win by like 18. Give me this spread at 14. I would probably still take the Chiefs in this game.
And the key to remember is that rhythm is a dancer. It's a soul's companion.
It's a rhythm of the night.
Everywhere. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, guys, that's going to call it a night for us here. Listen, we'll find out how things go.
Yeah. I'll be going to the couch shortly.
The Chargers, for those who are not watching the game, as we're recording this, 7 minutes left in the third, Chargers are up 24-3. This is an absolute goddamn blowout. So typical Thursday night fashion. It's a bad game. I don't know who's the booking agent for NFL games for Amazon, but they need to be fired. We'll be back again for you guys on Sunday. Rob's gonna have to go to a wedding, so you guys will be stuck with just me all day Sunday. So we'll be having.
I'll be dancing the night away or the day away, whatever.
The rhythm of the night.
I'll be the rhythm of the Sunday.
So we will do the usual play-by-play, though, of course, here with myself, and also post-game coverage afterwards there. So, we will still have that all going for you. So keep an eye out there. Best way, again, as always, is to go hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell that when shows are coming up there. As always, we're live every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, along with, of course, game day action as well on YouTube, the preferred platform, along with Facebook, Twitter/X, Twitch, and, of course, Rob's favorite,
my LinkedIn
profile. And, of course, as always, we're available the next day on all the audio podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, all the big ones there. So if you haven't already, do me a favor again, guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share, tell a friend about the show, because as always, we suck at marketing. We count on y'all to give us a little help there. So much appreciated. We'll see you guys again game day. And as always, Giant fans, go G-Man!
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please.